Like an eyelash. Out of the cart and it went face down on the floor a second ago.
What are you gonna do, dude? There's hair on the floor, man.
I don't know, man. I kind of like pizza.
Today to contact as many influencers as possible to get a growth strategy down.
And then when you do contact with them, you're going to explain the time, just 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want, your time's value, 10 to 15 minutes. Boom, give them the stuff you've done. Even if you could reach out to some of these guys and pay them for their time.
Set a clear goal for how many people contacted and we'll post it later today. Give me something ridiculous.
Okay, so I think 100 is great. I think that's easily doable. Their email or direct message.
Or contact 100 practitioners that have done it.
We could nail that easy.
It's gonna be done.
I mean, 15 minutes, everybody's got 15 minutes. All right, so that's just kind of the wording of someone who has time is their major thing. And then when it's 10 or 15 minutes, you allow them to dictate, do I want to continue to invest my time into this person? Prep for the call, have your questions, no small talk, meaning that if you're contacting me, you would send me, hey, just to give you a little, so we could start right off the bat. Here's kind of some links of what I'm doing, so you know where we're at. So it avoids this question. So tell me what you guys have been doing now. So you could tell them for 5 minutes. Okay, now you have 9. Oh, okay. Let me think about this. You see how it's so? Hey, listen. I'll be like, all right, Mac. I see exactly what you're doing. And here's what I would do. And then you would have the questions ready. No small talk. So it saves literally 5 to 6 minutes of a 15-minute conversation. And then as soon as they're done, or they say, hey, listen, is there any way I could continue to contact you? They say, absolutely. And as soon as the phone call is done, I would email them and send them a text saying, thank you so much for your time and value. And then because they just want, you want to be appreciated for that time. And I don't even know if that's even a thing. I never learned it, but I can tell you that has been the most effective part of me. And so they get a little bit of intel and they appreciate it. What's up, Snapchat? We're in the gym with Timmy D and Mac Daddy. There you go. We had a high volume leg workout. Awesome. Repeat from Sunday. We got We Are Heroes. Make sure you catch up with us this weekend. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. All right, sweet. I think we're solid. Sunday. We're going to do it in about 10 minutes, right, Titus? Mm-hmm. Yep. So Snapchatters, it's cool. For the purposes of, I know who's going to view more.
We have bigger
So today, Justice, what are we talking about?
We're talking about, imagination is more powerful than knowledge. It's more important and powerful than knowledge.
So imagination is more powerful than knowledge. So let's go over. We wrote some notes there going that when you look at imagination as knowledge is where's knowledge fit into imagination?
You create a blueprint. What does that use? Imagination. And with your knowledge, you make that whatever you put on the blueprint come true. Tim's camera, someone had to design it. They had to use imagination. And knowledge is just a tiny part of imagination. Then they put it together with their knowledge.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. So how about, if someone's watching this, so we would say that knowledge is a tiny part of imagination.
Yeah, very tiny.
It's like Michelangelo. When Michelangelo looked at this, there was a huge piece of marble that no one used.
Yeah.
And then Michelangelo got it, and he said he saw David in that marble. Here was a piece of marble, big, huge thing of marble that they discarded. They say it was just a block of marble. They didn't need it. It was useless because it wasn't a certain quality they wanted to build. But Michelangelo, he says, I saw David in there, and I just chiseled away to take him out of it. So that's a perfect example that imagination is always more powerful than knowledge. All right. Whitney and I, we always had a real bad scarcity issue with finances. What you do is when you do make finances, number one, you work for it, right? You work for the finances. And when you do have it coming in a scarcity model, what do? You hoard it. It didn't matter what number it was. There was no number that would ever satisfy it. And I had a friend of mine, and then we tried, when we did make money, what do you usually do when you make money? or start making it, you're supposed to give it to somebody to invest for you, right? So we tried different financial advisors and they blew it. So we just didn't know what to do with it, but we knew we wanted to be good stewards of it. So a friend of mine, Dr. Dan Yachter, was using Garrett, and he says, listen, you need to check out Garrett. And he's like, he's not a financial advisor. I read his book, Killing Sacred Cows, which is great. If you're watching this, put a link, you can see, you can get it for free. And he was like a chiropractor for health. You know how we're for health? We're a different principle, inside out, abundance. He was that way for finances, saying that you don't invest and you don't do 401ks. You don't put your money where you can't control it. He goes, develop your soul purpose first. What's your soul purpose? So right now it's hero, right? So if that's your purpose in life, that you measure everything up against that. So if it doesn't line up with those soul purposes, even a great idea, you pass. And then the money I do make, I pour into my soul purpose. I met Dr. Chintempo that way. I met Roberto that way. Chiropractic thought leaders happen that way. So many things in my life today, I could trace back to the day we met Garrett.
Yeah, this is my son Roman, who's in the video here. We just got some news about our dog, so he's a little bit sad. We're gonna go see her before she goes into surgery here in a little while. But obviously when you look at him from being a concert pianist to being a bodybuilder and winning competitions there's a level of commitment that comes along with that. And I think a lot of people are interested in the next level, but they're not committed to it. And every now and again I meet people who are like, oh, I know my soul purpose, I don't need to work on that. But even you and I, we're still sitting here going, we're constantly expanding our vision, and we're constantly looking at what the next level looks like.
In this next act, now we're leveraging where it's like, it's non-brick and mortar.
Right.
I could travel anywhere. I could really do what I love to do, is speak. I'm not limited to, it's not just an adjustment that I have to be there. I could adjust your mind.
And you'll actually do more adjusting through the hands of others instead of just you doing all of it. You know, when something's going on, hey, real quick, what do you think about this? We talk about it, and then Chris goes out and implements it. Some people just, because of pride, they just hold it in, they don't say anything, and therefore they don't get the result.
Anything, bud? You want to play with the kids?
So our dog goes into surgery in an hour and a half. We're gonna head down.
Yeah, absolutely.
See her before she goes into surgery. Yeah. We're driving here, man. Get a phone call 5 minutes before we got here because my wife took the dog to the vet. But it was, it was
totally
important
worth
for us to spend some time. And Titus walks up to my son and is just like, my dog died. My dog was sick. It was really sad. I told my mom, like, he just got this great heart. He's talking to my son about it. You know what
Titus told me? Because the way he could express it, he's like, inside my tummy, I am sad for the dog, but outside, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just how he doesn't know what that feeling is, you know.
All right, man. Well,
I appreciate you, man.
Welcome to the Speaking
All right, absolutely.
Bureau, man.
Thanks so much, buddy.
We're
gonna kill it.
Email.
So he's like, don't be investing in things that you can't control. And then he brought to us the relationship capital, which is that unknown capital we talked about. We met Garrett, then all these other things happened that you could have never planned. Justice. Are you okay, dude? That's black belt reflexes right there. He's like, ugh. So this is our favorite place that we go to in Park City. It's the Montage. It's wonderful. It's got the most beautiful scenery you'll ever have. And we'd like to just meet Dan Pompa here and Garrett Gunnarsson. And we had Thanksgiving here. So with Thanksgiving last year, we came here. We had a great, beautiful spread. Downstairs, they have bowling alleys and game rooms. And it's just a great place for the kids. They love it. And because when you're in the grind of working in the office all the time, for me to feel like I could relax, I need to go to an entirely different scenery and place. Like, it looks different, it has to feel different. It takes a radical shift for me to actually relax and be like, I could enjoy this. So it's just beautiful. We love it. And this is, every time we come here, we make sure we go to the Montage. So it's wonderful.